Hello to you. This is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Caffeinated Content where we talk about great business ideas over a hot cup of coffee. Today I'm here again at Magnum Coffee in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, right across the street from McCarran Airport. And I was delivering a workshop to a couple dozen, actually more than a couple dozen, about 50 entrepreneurs. Wednesday night, I mastermind a meetup group once a month. And one of the questions that came up is, hey, did you know what most millionaires have in common? Because we were talking about how to increase revenue at this particular juncture of the talk. And this one gentleman says, you know, there was a study done. The average millionaire has 6 sources of revenue. 6 different sources of revenue. That may be real estate investments, their stocks, several businesses, whatever it is. They've got a number of resources to generate revenue. And I think this is a very important data when you're sitting down looking like, okay, whether you want to become a millionaire or not may not be your goal, but you may want to somehow increase your revenue either with your existing gig, or how do I develop some side hustles or some investment opportunities to start generating more money and more passive income. So the first thing is that, do you have multiple sources of revenue? Are you creating, are you looking for, are you building multiple sources of revenue? Now, I covered this in an earlier Facebook Live, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube and other social media channels. But what I found in this mastermind group that we were doing with about 60 or 70 people is that the majority of people do not have it figured out how to create multiple sources of income. So if you're not creating, even in the mental or planning stage, it's never going to come to fruition in the physical universe. So one of the things that we did at this mastermind was actually, okay, get out your piece of paper, or get out, your Google Doc, or get out your laptop, and actually let's write down how we're going to start today, tomorrow, the next day, create more revenue, not only for your existing gig, like what would you have to do to start creating multiple sources of revenue for your existing business, but then how can you take that business platform and expand that? Are there other opportunities that you could add to it that would flank it, that would make sense with it, that could be additional revenue sources? And I'll give you one example. Okay, so there were a lot of real estate agents in that room. And most of these guys just sell real estate. But what other things could be sold with real estate? Well, these real estate agents could get a life insurance license. They could start to become property managers or start a property management group. They could get into real estate investments and start managing the money of others and getting a portion of that LLC that then gets apartment buildings, and that could be an additional source of revenue. They could, they could start a home design business, and with their wife or with their spouse or with their friend. See, there's other things that can be done on top of just being a real estate. I'm going to tell you why it's so important, and I'll just stick with this example. So let's say you're a real estate agent and you depend on the market being good, and you're going along and the market's good, and then one day, like in 2007, the market tanks, and that is your only source of revenue. You're screwed at this point. You're screwed because you're a one-trick pony, and that pony just died. It just left the circus. And so there you are with your one-trick pony called real estate. The market bottoms out, and now you are struggling because you don't have any other revenue sources. Now, ideal is that realtor has 3 or 4 income sources. And the real estate market, for whatever reason, dries up. The Fed raises the rate. We have a banking collapse. Who knows, right? It has happened, and it probably will happen again. So now they can go sell their life insurance, or now they can go into their property management or their investment business. See, they're not all stuck just on that one gig. And now they got to hurry because the one gig's dead, and now they got to go Uber. But guess what? Now every realtor is Ubering because the market tanked. And now that becomes tough. So one of the things that we know about markets is that they fluctuate. They go up and down. Industries have bad years. They have bad seasons. They have bad months. And if you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, it better be one really secure basket. And I don't know one really secure basket. So the takeaway here is if the average millionaire has 6 sources of revenue, then even if you only wanted to make $500,000, then you would need 3 sources of revenue. If you wanted to make $300,000, you should have 2 sources of revenue. Why depend on one source of revenue? So, question begs, how do I get started in my next source? Well, if you take a look around you, if you're a paid employee for somebody else, then you're going to have to start a side hustle at night or during the day, depending on your schedule. If you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, and you have an existing business, what could you add to that business that makes sense, that could be a logical upsell or an addition to what you're already doing? Again, like a real estate agent, he's already got the financials to the people that he just sold the home to. He could say, hey, look, I can sell you life insurance. I can sell you home insurance. I can sell you fire insurance. I have licenses in this. Or I took a look at your income when you're buying your home, and I think I find a better way to invest, right? Or I also have a home decorating business. Now that you have a new home, let's decorate your place properly. Let's actually come in and make this place look spectacular. You get the point. So if you're looking to build wealth, you're going to have to build additional income channels, whether that's additional income revenue sources for your existing business, which I can help with through better marketing, digital marketing, video marketing, Facebook marketing, email marketing. All these can become multiple sources of revenue for your existing gig. Or you're looking to get some side hustles, whether that's selling insurance or health products or I'm involved in some of those. Reach out to me. We can talk over the phone or in person over a hot cup of coffee, and we can see how we can create opportunities together. Believe me, if you work with me, not only am I going to hustle, but I'm going to show you some of the marketing tricks and strategies that are working really well for me, and you can also imbibe and improve and enjoy those benefits as well. This is Edwin Dearborn, author of Power Branding Secrets. Another edition of caffeinated content. Make it a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.